Hello everyone, my name is Kim from 3 by the Sea Designs, and this video is going to be a preview of like a sneak peek of our shop update, which is tomorrow. So today is Friday, January 14th, and tomorrow on Saturday we are going to be updating our Etsy shop, the first update of the year actually, and there's some really cute bags and stitch markers that we're going to be putting in the shop, so we wanted to preview them for you. A little bit about 3 by the Sea. If you don't know who we are, my mom Dreama, my sister Becky, and I own 3 by the Sea Designs. We have an Etsy shop. We've been in business for what, this is our 5th year maybe? I think we started in 2017. And so we sell project bags, stitch markers, progress keepers, and occasionally we'll put some other fun goodies in the shop. And normally what we do is we have a Facebook group, and we normally do a preview, like a live preview, sneak peek, on the Friday night before our update. But this time we just decided to change things up a little bit and post a video on YouTube. So we will probably do lives, we'll continue to do lives, and because it's a fun interactive thing to do on Facebook, but the quality on a live to show off the products isn't as good, so we're just trying something different. So you can find us on Instagram at 3 by the Sea Designs. You can also email us 3bytheseadesigns@gmail.com. We have Facebook, so you can look up 3 by the Sea Designs on Facebook. And then we have a private Facebook group that you can join called the Mermakers. I'll put a link below for you guys, so you can check that out. It's a fun group to be a part of. And what else? Where else can you find us? Etsy, obviously you can message us on Etsy and check out our shop. So we're excited about the update. It's not a huge update, like we normally have pretty big updates because we spread them, 4 or 5 times throughout the year. But we wanted to do a fun Valentine's-ish update, so it's not as big as it normally would be. Okay, so I'm going to show you a preview of the project bags first, and then I will show you a preview of the stitch markers and progress keepers that we have that are all going into the shop tomorrow on Saturday. We'll probably update at noon, which is noon Eastern time because we live in Florida, and I'm thinking it's going to be noon. If that changes, we'll be sure to let you know on Instagram. And then after I show you the stitch markers, I thought maybe I would show you a few of the things that I've been working on, I've been knitting on, and but I'm going to show that at the end. That way, if you don't want to see it, you can just turn it off at that point. But I've been working on some really pretty things, and I thought I would show them to you. I actually have a couple of finished things as well, so stay tuned for that. Sorry, I had to turn my Do Not Disturb on my phone because it kept dinging. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the bags first and the project bags, and then I will flip the camera around and do like just to show you the stitch markers, because when I hold stitch markers up, it's really hard to see them. So usually when I flip the camera around and show you when I'm off camera, they come out a lot clearer, and they are so cute, so I want to show them off. Okay, so the first bag we have is called Be My Palentine, and it is Snoopy and Woodstock. This is our medium size zippers. So we have zippers, and we have the zipper style, and we have a drawstring style. This particular bag is only going to be available in zippers. So let me show you the inside. adorable polka dots. And it's an all over print. They have a box bottom. So this is Be My Palantine. Okay, Be My Palantine is going to be available in smalls, which is like a sock size, mediums, large, and we have it in a mini. So this is like a mini size bag that can fit right into your notions. A mini size bag that can fit into your project bag. So that's Be My Palantine. Adorable. All right, then we have, what else do we have? Sorry, I have to look at my notes because we literally just finished these. I Want Candy. This one is going to be available in zippers and in a drawstring. So this is the drawstring. So adorable. The inside is also that pink polka dot. And it just cinches up like that. It also has the box bottom. So when you have something in here, it will definitely, well, it stands up straight even without something in it. So this is available in small, medium, large zippers. We also have it in a mini, which is really cute. We have two smaller bags. We have the mini, and then we have what we call the notions bag, and I'll show that to you guys in just a moment. So that is I Want Candy. That's the drawstring, and then this is what it looks like in the zipper. All the zipper ones will look the same. The only difference is going to be the size. Cute little zipper pull on there. And again, that adorable polka dots. So that's I Want Candy. And then we have Happy Heart Day. So Happy Heart Day is going to be available in, the only size it's going to be available in zipper is our small size, which is sock size. And I have one to show you. So cute. This is Happy Heart Day. That coordinating handle is adorable. Look at the inside, that really cute pink chevron. So Happy Heart Day will only be available in the sock size, which is our small, for zippers. Then we have the mini. I don't know if I'm showing this right. There we go. And this is what I was talking about with our notions pouch. Okay, so size-wise, the mini is pretty comparative to the notions, but the notions pouch does not have a gusset like the mini does. So this will fit perfectly. It even fits perfectly down into the sock size. All right, so, and let me show you okay, so Happy Heart Day is available in sock size and the mini and the notions pouch. And then Happy Heart Day is also available in a drawstring. And that's what this looks like. And that's the lining. There'll be very detailed pictures on Etsy once the listings go live, so you will be able to see more detailed pictures. I don't know if it shows up, but can you see that sparkle on this fabric? The background in the black is like a sparkly base. It's really, really cute. So basically the main difference between the zipper and the drawstring is obviously the top, the closure. We try to get all the colors to coordinate, so like the handle is the same as the casing for the drawstrings on here. So that's Happy Heart Day. Those are the 3 bags that we have available tomorrow in the shop update. We tried to add a lot more minis in this time because when we updated at Christmas, or yeah, like for our Christmas update, everyone loved the minis and the notions pouches, and the sock sizes were very popular as well, so we brought those back again. So that's the bag update. I'm going to show you guys the stitch markers now. Did you see anything that you liked? I thought that was a cute little montage of stitch markers. The only other thing I want to say about the stitch markers, well, there's 2 things. The thing that I didn't show there is that we have a grab bag. So if you've followed us for a while, you know that we love to do mystery grab bags for stitch markers. And we did a fall one, a Halloween one, we did a Christmas one, and they were so popular. So we thought it would be fun to do a Valentine's grab bag. The only thing that's going to be different is that we're only going to have 2 sizes. We're going to have because normally we have a small, medium, large, and extra large grab bag, and that the size just determines the number of stitch markers that come in it. They're completely random. So we're just going to do small and large for Valentine's Day. But they will be things that are mostly you've never seen before. There are a few things from last year that we added in there, but mostly everything's new for the grab bag. So that is the other thing I wanted to show you for the stitch markers. And then I also wanted to talk to you about our candygrams. So I don't know if you follow us on Instagram, but if you do, you will see that right now in the shop we have our 2022 Valentine's candygram. And this is something we've never done before, so it's been a lot of fun so far. Basically, it's a mystery gift that you can gift to yourself, or you can gift to one of your fiber friends. A few people have gifted it for Galentine's Day, which is so fun to send to all of your knitting and crochet friends. It'll be a two-piece stitch marker set. It'll be a mystery notions gift, which is adorable, by the way. I'm not going to tell you what it is. And there'll be a fun little sweet treat in there and a Valentine card to send to your friends. And what else? Well, there's not that many left in the shop. So we put them on sale a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, beginning of January. And they've been very popular. So there's only a few left in the shop. So if you want a candygram to send to yourself or to send to one of your friends, then go to our Etsy shop now and don't miss out on those, because once they're gone, we won't be able to put any more in the shop. They will start shipping on January 26th, I believe it is. The end of January, basically, so you all have them in time to open for Valentine's Day. So that was a lot of fun. I'm glad we did that, because it's been fun putting everything together and designing them. So that's it for stitch markers and project bags. I hope that you all like the preview, and comment below. Tell us which one's your favorite bag. Tell us which one is your favorite stitch marker or progress keeper. I love them all. I love all the bags. I love all the stitch markers. Probably my favorite stitch marker, let me think. I don't know, I really like the butterfly set. I showed them individually, but they're gonna be a two-piece set, the butterflies. And I really like the little baby fox that we put in this time. We were gonna put him in earlier in the year, or late last year, but we decided to wait because he was just so cute. We thought he'd be cute for Valentine's Day. So we hope you love everything, and don't forget, our shop update is tomorrow on Saturday at noon, Saturday the 15th. And we'll post and remind everybody on Instagram and Facebook. And so that's it for the preview. If you want to see what I've been working on, then hang out with me. Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you is actually a finished object, but it's also a work in progress. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. So I got this year the Murray Wool Goods or I guess last year, I keep saying this year. Last year for Christmas, I got a advent calendar from Murray Wool Goods, and I used that to make the Scattering Petals cowl and the Scattering Petals hat. And those are both by a designer named Dana from Dana Ray Makes. And when I saw, I had seen the pattern for a few months, and I thought, ooh, that is perfect for minis. I loved the pattern, I loved the design, and so I decided to make that. So so that's the yarn I'm using, that's the pattern. I've been using my gnome project bag to keep everything in. This was a bag from our 2020 mystery Christmas box that we do every year. And that was the pin that came with the box. So that was last year's. This year's was a lot of fun too. So anyway, so I'm going to show you the hat because I finished the hat. I made a size small in the hat because I don't think I have a small head, but for some reason when I make hats in medium, I've found that they're too big on me. Like I made a hat, it wasn't this pattern, but I made a hat in a medium and it's too slouchy. But I did make the slouchy size, so it's a little bit longer than it would be if it was the regular size. So this is day 1 of the Advent, and it took, I think, up to day 14. Isn't that yarn gorgeous? So each day I did a different stripe. And I just used, I don't remember what this was, but for the brim I just used something I had in my stash. So let's see if you guys will be able to see what it looks like on me. I really love it. Now, okay, I know I live in Florida and I don't need hats that often, but I just love it. And you know, it does get cold here sometimes, so what do you think? I really, really, really love it. So this is the Scattering Petals hat. Now, I'm still working on the cowl because I could only do one stripe a day. So all of December I did the stripes. I did 1 through 24. And then I'm repeating the stripes again. So let me show you what it looks like. I'll start at the bottom. Now this part looks like my hat because what I did was I started day 1 here and then I also started day 1 here. So the bottom part looks very similar to my hat. So this is all the way up to day 24 where I have my progress keeper. And then I'm repeating the stripes again till I get to 24 again. So technically there'll be 48 stripes. Look how pretty that looks. And I may go a little longer than 48 stripes because I think the 48 will be enough to wrap it around. Definitely. But if I want it a little bit looser, or if I want to even go even further, if I have enough yarn, that's the thing, if I have enough of the yarn, because they were just 20 gram minis. But I don't know, we're gonna have to just see how much yarn I have at the end, and also what it looks like, because if it's loose like this, then I don't think I will want to wrap around twice, because it's already double thick. Because you basically knit a long tube in the pattern and then you're going to seam it together at the end. That's why I have this funky scrap yarn on the bottom, because it was a provisional cast on, and then you will join them together so it's one big round cowl. So I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I love the yarn, I love the pattern. I highly, highly recommend this pattern. So that's the first thing. So this is still a whip technically, and this is the finished object. My next color for this is, I keep them in their days that they came in, just so I can keep track of the order. So this is day 15. And it was called Old Gold Tinsel. I really enjoyed her advent calendar. Oh, and I didn't even tell you what, this is a fingering weight, but it's a yak base. So I want to say it's 70% nylon, 20% yak, and 70% merino wool, 20% yak, and 10% nylon. Sorry if I said that wrong. So that will go next. So I'm just trucking along on this, and each day I've been trying to catch up and get like a couple of stripes done every day, but I've been working on other things too, so I've been a little bit distracted. But this should be done very, very soon. Dana also has a matching, with the hat pattern, it comes also with a matching mittens. And I really kind of want to make those. Not kind of, I really do want to make them. Just so I can have a matching hat, cowl, and mittens. But again, I live in Florida. Is it practical for me to, I don't know. I mean, I've been enjoying the process of this. So I don't, you know, if I use them once a year, or if I go somewhere on vacation when it's snowing, I will definitely use them. So I'm making them. Hopefully I have enough of the yarn. So that's that. I'm gonna take this hat off. Since we were talking about finished objects, I want to show you my other finished objects that I have, which is also a hat. I don't know why I've been on such a hat kick lately. So I jumped on the Musselburgh bandwagon. The Musselburgh, some people say Musselburgh, some people say Musselburgh. I think it's Musselburgh. I jumped on that hat bandwagon because I loved watching everybody make theirs over the last like year or so, and I thought, I'm making myself one. So the yarn I used is a homespun house. My sister Becky gave me this yarn. I don't know if you can read that. You probably cannot read that. She gave me this yarn last year for Christmas. And this is how much I have left over. This is called, Christmas 2020 Christmas at Hogwarts. It's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. I love 80-20 bases. They're so plump. I like 75-25 for sock weight yarn, but I really love 80-20 because it just makes everything so squishy. Okay, so here is the hat. That's pretty true to color too. So if you're not familiar with the Musselburgh hat, you basically knit one long tube. You start, you know, with your increases here. And then you knit, 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 knit all the way. And then you do, once you get to the certain length that you need according to the sizes in the pattern, then you start your decreases. And what's really cool about this hat, I mean, I did all one color just because it was my first one and I just wanted to have it all one color. But what's really cool and what I've seen a lot of people do is they can use up all of their scrap yarn to make these, because, and you'll essentially have two different hats because you can put it inside and it be one color on this side, or you can flip it and it can be one color, the other color. You could also make it a little bit longer and you could fold over and have a brim, but I just wanted to make it like kind of beanie looking a little bit. It's loose up here. I really love it. I love a homespun house yarn. Molly is probably my favorite dyer. Like top 3 favorite dyers. My sister and I both love her yarn. One of the things that I love, besides the colors that she uses, I love her colors, but one of the things I really love about her yarn and the dye process and the way that she dyes the yarn is that most of the time her yarn does not pool. And I mean, I don't mind when yarn pools, especially on socks, because they're just socks and not a lot of people are going to see your socks. But if it's in a, like, how pretty would that be in a sweater? But if it's in a garment or a hat or something like that, I prefer for it not to pool. And there's certain ways that you can dye the yarn to get it not to pool, and she must use those techniques because there's a tiny bit of pooling, but it's probably intentional the way she did that. I just love these colors, and I want to make all the Musselburgh hats now. Another cool thing you can do with this is that you can use any weight of yarn. So you could add mohair to it, you could use a DK weight, you could hold fingering double, you could use worsted weight, anything really. So I really love it. What else to say about this? It's a great pattern. I recommend it highly. I used my coffee bag for this project. My mom made this bag. She gave it to me for Christmas. No, not Christmas, for my birthday last September. And because she knows I'm obsessed with coffee. You can probably hear that siren going by. If you can, I'm really sorry. But she did something really cool inside, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me see if I can flatten this down. So she made the pocket like really like a special pocket. She put the lining or the same fabric from the outside on this pocket, and then she hand drew this adorable coffee cup. And it says, "A day without coffee, no way." And then she put Kim's coffee. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? I love it. So we did have these in the shop last year, but they sold out. So maybe she'll bring them back. I don't know. I'll have to ask her. I just love the print on it. So that's my second finished object, and I've got some things close to being done, but I'm not going to show everything that I have today because I have a lot of whips right now, and I hate having a lot of whips. So I'm not casting on anything new until I get through these whips. There is one more thing I wanted to show you. Let me find it. Hold on. All right, so I've been working on a pair of socks, and I started them in December because, excuse me, I was going to gift them to someone, and I didn't get them finished. So I had something else that was already finished, so I ended up gifting that to her, and so now I have these socks that I'm just going to make for myself, or finish for myself. So I don't know if you follow Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady, but she does a summer sock camp every year, and it's a lot of fun. So if you're new to sock making, and you don't know how to make socks, or you just want to join in, I'm sure she'll be doing it again this year. I hope so anyway. So last summer, Desert Vista Dyeworks had a special colorway, which I don't have the ball band in here, but this was the colorway. It's a self-striping yarn, and this was the sock camp colorway. And so I made shorties for my daughter. This is a long-winded way of showing you my other, these are done, but I just wanted to show you what the yarn looks like, because I did something different with it for the second pair. So I made shorties for my daughter, and I had a bunch of yarn left over because they were shorties. So I wanted to make a pair of DK weight socks. Where did the sock go? Oh, it's on the blocker. Let me grab it. Okay, so this is the reason why I want to show you these, is because I want to show you the difference between, this is the one that I made for my daughter, just, you know, fingering weight shorties, but I wanted DK weight, but I didn't want the same stripes. Like I mean, you could have held the two together and striped them the same and made a DK weight. But what I did was I held this which is the self-striping, with a lighter color yarn. So I held it double with this for the second pair that I made. This yarn is by Elm Tree Yarns, who has very beautiful yarns, by the way. It's a fingering weight, so I held them together to make a DK weight. And it's going to be marled, but the really cool thing about it is it's marled, but it's striped marled, which is really fun. So I'll show it up close. I'll show you this side. So this is the same yarn that I used for my daughter's socks, but I held it double with that yarn that I showed you, and it gave it that marled effect, which I thought was really cool. It's the same yarn, but it just looks, I mean, I didn't do the contrasting heel, so it looks a little bit different on the heel, but the same yarn. It just goes to show you that if you hold it together with something else, it will have a completely different look to it. So I thought that was really cool. So I finished the first sock, and I am working on the second sock for these. Like I said, I was going to give these to someone, but I didn't get them finished because Christmas was crazy. So where am I at? I'm doing the magic loop. So I finished the cuff, and I'm working on the heel. Look at this cute little snowman. He was in our Christmas update. So I just thought that was really cool. I don't know if anybody else thinks it's cool, but I just love how you can take a self-striping and hold it double with something that's a little more solid of a color, and you get that marled look, but it's still stripes, which is, I just think, really neat looking. So that is that. This pattern is the Crazy Sock Ladies pattern, the heel toe do-si-do pattern, and this is just a vanilla DK sock pattern. We had 3 by the Seat sock blockers last year in the shop, and this is what they looked like. They were made, designed and made for us by Anne from Twin Mommy Creations. She does a lot of really cool woodwork notions type stuff through woodwork, and she made those for us. Maybe we should add them back to the shop. I don't know. What do you guys think? So another whip that I have is in this bag. This was our 2021 Christmas mystery box. This was in our 2021 Christmas mystery box. Our theme this year, last year, 2021, was a very merry woodland, and of course, we have to make ourselves a bag to go with y'all's bags. So in our Christmas mystery box, there's always a project bag, there's yarn, we've had a different yarn dyer every time, there's notions type goodies. It's a really cool experience. And this year the yarn we picked is from Olive and Two Ewe Studios. I really hope I have the ball band in here, and I don't think I do. Actually, I do have it. So this is the yarn dyer, Olive and Two Ewe Studios. They made a special colorway just for us that matched the bag. Actually, they made 2 colorways because it was a sock set. It was a 100-gram skein of fingering weight yarn and a 20-gram mini. So this was the yarn. I have it in a yarn cake, but this was the yarn. And it matched the bag perfectly. Carolyn, who's the dyer at Olive and Two Ewe Studios, did an amazing job with this yarn. That was what the full skein looked like. And then the mini looks like this. This one was called Knotty Pine. And this one was called A Very Merry Woodland, after our box. So I'm making socks with it because I'm obsessed with socks. And this is what they look like so far. I did 10 rounds on the cuff with the mini. And then I also did the heel with the mini. And I'm probably going to do the toe with the mini as well, but I don't know. I love this green so much, I may just use it for the toe. I really, really, really like how they're turning out. The pattern is just knit 3, slip 1. I'm not following like a specific pattern, but I saw someone do this one time and I thought, that's so pretty. Because it brings up the color. When you slip it, it brings up the color from the row before. So you're never gonna have to worry about pooling because it will always separate out those colors. The bottom is almost like micro striping, which is really pretty. And I keep light bulb pins on my socks so I can count my progress. This was one of the progress keepers in the mystery box also. Little fox face. So I'm almost to the toe. I think I have 10 or 12 more rounds to do, and then I will start the toe on these. I use these little ring stitch markers that we have to mark, well, I use them, you know, for the decreases and for the beginning of the round. So that's another whip. I really, really, really like it. Can't wait to wear them. What else? I hope I'm not boring you guys because there is one more thing that I want to show you for whips. Okay. So there is someone that we follow called Nomadic Knitz. They it's 2 ladies that own the company, and they every quarter or so, maybe every 6 months, I'm not sure. For a few years now, they've been publishing a pattern magazine, a knitting magazine, and each magazine features a different area of the country. They started, I think, in Florida, and it's a great magazine. It's full of patterns, and they feature certain dyers, they feature designers, and every year they do a something that they call the 12 days of knitness. So starting on either Christmas Day, I think they start it on Christmas Day or the day after. They release a free, it's totally free, it's a pattern, and they release clues every day of the 12 days of Christmas. And so I did mine last year. I made a shawl, and I don't have it to show you because I gifted it to someone. If I have a picture of it though, I'll put the picture in. I'm pretty sure I took a picture of it. And it was a lot of fun last year. You know, they ahead of time, they give you like, well, they make kits to go with the pattern that you can buy ahead of time, or they tell you what type of yarn would be good if you want to pull something from your stash. So I went stash diving because I was like, I have so much yarn, I would love to go stash diving. So this year's design was a scarf, but it was also, you had the option to make it bigger and make it a shawl, almost like a wrap because it's rectangular shaped. So the pattern called for 4 different colors, and I am using, the first color I'm using is this really pretty purple. This color is by a chick that knits in the colorway Black Cherry. It's really pretty. It's an MCN, 80% superwash merino wool, 10% nylon, 10% cashmere. Very soft. So that's my first colorway. The second one is, let me find the ball band. Well, it looks like that. It's getting really washed out, but this is a single ply, and it also has silk in it. It is by Tuscan Knitz, and it is fingering weight singles, 70% superwash merino, 30% silk. So really, really soft and such a cool texture to this yarn. And then I'm also using another one of her yarns that's the same exact base in this lighter color. Totally washed out. And then my fourth color is this one. So this one sort of ties them all together because it has the purples, it has the creams, and then it also has some pinks in it. So it sort of ties all the other 3 colors together that I showed you. And this one is Honey Girl Farms. And the colorway is Mary Hawkins, which is an Outlander character. And this base is 75% ultrafine superwash merino, 25% silk. So very similar to the other base, except it's not single ply. So all 4 of them together. So, okay, so each day you do a different clue. And right now I'm so far behind on this because I could not keep up. I really tried, but I just couldn't. So I'm going to show you the whole, so I'm up to day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm up to day clue 5. And I will show you what it looks like. I have to sit really far back. So the bottom is day 1, and then those stripes above it are day 2. The color work is day 3, and then these stripes are day 4. And then this lace work that I'm doing is day 5. I'm loving day 5. I think I'm purposely not going fast through this section because I really like the lace work. It's really fun to knit. So each day they took a design from their magazine, so from a pattern in their magazines. I don't know which ones are from which, but they explain it all when you read each day's clue. I love the look of this section, but I have to tell you, it was so frustrating to knit this section. I have done color work before. I'm not afraid of color work, but when you knit color work flat like this, like in a shawl, on the other side, you have to purl. And purling color work is not easy. Not at all. Because I cannot hold the yarn I cannot purl with the yarn in my left hand because I knit. I hold the yarn with my right hand. And I've tried, I figured out a trick to do it that saved my sanity and didn't make me want to rip it out and not knit it. And I'll tell you the trick in a second. But people that can hold the yarn in each hand and purl whipped right through this section. But I could not. So what I did was I purled one color at a time. So I went across and purled the main color, and I slipped the contrast color. Instead of knitting or purling them, I slipped them. So I went across the whole row, purling only one color and slipping the color that was gonna be purled with the contrast color. And then all I did was when I was at the end of the row, I slid everything back, and since the contrast color was still on that side because I wasn't using it, then I went back and I purled. So I was essentially doing each wrong side twice. It took me twice as long, but it was taking me even longer than that to try to purl it the other way. So that was my only issue. But other than that, I absolutely love it. And this is only day 5, so imagine how long it's going to be, because it's already like halfway, basically. You know, it's at my neck and it's at my arm. So it will probably span all the way across my arms. This little guy was another progress keeper from our Christmas mystery box. So I really like it. Check out Nomadic Knits on, they're on Ravelry. They're on Instagram, but the pattern is on Ravelry. And I think it's just called the 12 Days of Knitmas 2022. Wouldn't it be so pretty just to have a shawl with this lace part and these stripes? Like, that would look really pretty too. I like the color work. And once it's all done, it'll probably all tie together, because each day is a different, you're learning new techniques. You're learning new, each section is a new technique that, and some of them I hadn't done yet. Like this ribbing, I don't remember what she called it. It's not like broken rib, messy rib, maybe she called it. So that was new to me, but it ended up really pretty. All right, so I think I've talked enough about this shawl. I'm just working on this as I go, like a few rows at night, especially in that lace section, because I really need to concentrate when I do that section. So what else? I'm not casting on anything new right now. I got a lot of yarn for Christmas from people. From my mom, from my sister, from my boyfriend, from I had 2 other advents. So I really want to show that to you guys, but this is already such a long video. Maybe I'll save it for another video. If you guys like me showing you my finished objects and what I'm working on, then let me know if you enjoyed it, because I'll continue to do it. We are still going to do shop updates, videos for shop updates, and occasionally we will do the lives on Facebook and also on Instagram too. But I might continue to do these if you enjoy it, because I enjoy talking about things. It kind of gets your head like wrapped around what you're working on and gets you inspired and motivated to keep going. So the only other thing I want to show you is when I know I said I wasn't going to cast anything on, but when I am ready to cast something else on, I want to cast on another pair of socks. And if you do not get the Yarnable box, this is a monthly subscription from Hypnotic Yarn. This is the most fun thing I get in the mail every month. I love it, love it, love it. I've been doing it since March of last year, of 2021, and it's so fun. Every month, your yarn comes in this bag, and then there's a bag with goodies. So January's was this yarn. I want to show you. This is January's, right? Yes. The lady who does Hypnotic or Yarnable is so nice. Like the sweetest, nicest lady. She actually has a audio podcast that she does to help small businesses, and I've been listening to that and really enjoying it. But I've talked to her a few times on Instagram, and she's super, super nice. And her yarn's beautiful. And I believe it's, ooh, this one's even better. It's an 85-15 superwash merino nylon plush sock. This yarn colorway is called Bougie New Year. So I want to make some socks. What I'd really like to do with my Yarnable box is every month knit a pair of socks with it. I'd like to keep up with that too, because at the end of the year, I'll have 12 pairs of socks, all knit from Hypnotic Yarns. So the other things that it came with this month in this little goodie bag, every month the goodies are really cool. So it comes with this little card that tells you about all of the extras. It came with this really cool phone ring that I have not put on my phone yet, but I want to. It came with this really cute pen. That reminds me, I have to show you something really cool that my sister made me for Christmas. And it came with a face mask. So New Year, self-care, pretty things. I really, really liked it. And I'm not really a blue person. Like, I don't gravitate towards these colors, but I think they're so pretty. So that's the only thing that I'm going to cast on in the near future. So for Christmas, my sister, Becky, who's part of 3 by the Sea, she made me she made these pens. She's so talented. This one is the Grinch. Look how sparkly. She made these, y'all. Isn't that crazy? So that one, and then this one, because she knows my favorite color is purple. So I got these beautiful, beautiful pens for Christmas. So you never know, you may see something like this in our Etsy shop. Wouldn't it be so cool if this right here was like a bead that was like a yarn ball? And have it like a yarny pen? We might do something like that. How fun would that be? So, okay, I'm gonna go. This is probably a really long video. Thank you guys so much if you're still here and you're still watching. So thanks for sticking with me. And let us know what you liked from the preview. Let me know if you want me to continue showing my stuff. Like, it's not gonna be an official podcast, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens with it all. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget the shop update is tomorrow, Saturday at noon. And we will see you next time. Thank you.